Welcome to the Eagles Nest 365. You with us? You ready to ride out there? Let's go. I mean, yeah. Let's go. It's only real Eagles fans around here. The Nest. You ready? Let's get. Yeah. All my diehards, are you with me? We representing Eagles Nest 360. Coming up from the bottom to the tip, man. Fly, people soar, are you with me? E-A-G-L-L-E-E-S-S. Eagles for the victory, the Nest, we making history. There's loyalty, there's royalty, right? And you can call us. All them other groups, no hands down, they can't hold us. Can't budge us, you suckers, can't control us. Shout out to the admin, Joshua Langolan. And Brett Melbourne, you with us and you airborne. Either nut up or shut up, don't put a pair on. We on fire, hit the air, get your flare on. We the best, no holds barred, get your compare on. Looking for a group like this, get your rare on. Join 365 and see, get your dare on. Not a Ball Eagle supporter, put your hair on. Not a writer, you get your ends, boys, or hell on. Can't beat us, keep trying, get your fell on. Eagles country, not a doubt around here. Not a real fan, then you not allowed around here. Yeah, green, stop your run like doubt around here. Yeah, all my diehards, are you with me? We representing Eagles Nest 360. Coming up from the bottom to the tip, man. Fly, people soar, are you with me? E-A-G-L-L-E-E-S-S. Eagles for the victory, the Nest, we making history. We up and they down, but you know how that goes. We airplanes, they subways, I ride the track though. So wax on poetic, cause we got fans from coast to coast. Overseas, home in the front, that's why they hate us. I pose the toast to the real ones that's with us, man. If it's illegal to love the Eagles, call us the villains then. You ain't with us? Back up, we about to get it in. Doing no nothing to link, we 360 and key. All my diehards, are you with me? We representing Eagles Nest 360. Coming up from the bottom to the tip, man. Fly, people soar, are you with me? E-A-G-L-L-E-E-S-S. Eagles for the victory, the Nest, we making history. They call us the gang. Well, if we gotta be a gang, call us Square Gang. You heard? Eagles Nest 365. Rock the dime. Who makes us? Let's go. Okay. Let's get it. All I want to do is go to distance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Usually in better times, after better results, when we get a little more excited for that song, that is an original, Going the Distance. A gentleman by the name of Rock Fadon. He's a member of our group, Eagles Nest 365. It's a Facebook group, it's a Twitter group. It's everything Eagles. 5,000 members strong, and that is Rock's original song, Going the Distance, which was big last year during the Super Bowl run, and this year during our March to 500, 8-8. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second ever episode of the Yo Show.
Yo. Whereas in Philly we say, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeff, the Shark Perini with you. And as always, a little bit of surprise. She was going to take the night off.
Yeah.
But came back. She's like got her hair up and she's like laying down, eating potato chips and watching soap operas. I drug her out of bed and here she is.
Joel
Tatey,
movies, mind you. Hey.
Hey, yo, Joel Tatey, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff. How are you doing?
We're doing fantastic. And tonight, I had to get Jewel on here because tonight is a show right up her alley. It's her field of expertise. She shakes her head at me. We know that Jewel is a minimal sport enthusiast, so she'll try to give us any input that she can. But tonight we are doing a National Hockey League 2018-19 season preview. Season starts Wednesday, Jewel. I know you're jacked. I know you got your hockey gear ready.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Gritty's here this year, so everybody's excited for Gritty, right?
My God, I want a gritty stuffed animal now. I really do.
Everybody, if they could find a way, if somebody, I shouldn't say this out loud because I should try to do it, but if somebody could create a Gritty Halloween costume, forget it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! Right now, forget
awesome.
it.
It's
The money that people
you gotta
would make.
do it. You gotta
I know,
do it.
right? I could just not shave for a couple more days and then paint my hair orange.
Feel like a ginger has to be gritty.
Yeah, Gritty's very ginger. It fits the Flyers. It's Giroux and Voracek and all their gingers. That's tonight, and we got a very special guest for tonight's show. This guy, known this guy a long time. And when it comes to hockey, this guy is the Cat's meow. He is hockey. He's got vintage jerseys. He can tell you about stuff that happened back in 1978 like it was yesterday. He's from the Burlington County Times. He's a reporter there. He also runs the Broadcast Bullies web show that covers pretty much our Philadelphia Flyers. His name is Mark Zimmaro. Great guy, nice guy, fun guy, and he's going to talk hockey. He's excited. He keeps texting me all day how excited he is to talk hockey. Him and Jewel are going to hit it off like crazy because Jewel is amped for some hockey. Jewel, real quick, let's test you out. Who won the Stanley Cup last year, Jewel?
Wait a minute. Wait. Just wait. The Penguins.
Oh, no, sorry, close. It was the Washington Capitals, but...
right.
She knows teams have played it. That's all we ask.
Never. I do watch. It's not like I don't love my Flyers. I love Flyers.
You do.
I'm just, don't watch sports all the time. I do love it. I just don't watch it all the time. I'd rather be playing it, to be honest. I did play ice hockey.
Some people watch. Did you really?
Yeah. I was on the team. I knocked myself out against the boards. I was running full force with my stick out in front of me, and I winded myself. I had the top of the stick right into my diaphragm. Just knocked out on the ice for like 10 minutes. It's fine.
And blah, out goes my diaphragm. You know why? This is why human beings need to carry like a camera on their body like 24 hours a day.
Right.
Post their highlights of their life, because that would be great to just put on the Stoop Radio Network's Facebook page.
Oh my God! I was watching the show, and it's like all my achievements are never witnessed.
It's true.
And I feel like that's me.
It's true. Some of the best things that I do here never get witnessed. But, I mean, that's zero, because I don't do anything great here. I just make dumb comments. Jewel shakes her head at me in disgust, and we move on.
Yeah. Need to get our faces on YouTube. See all the action behind the scenes.
Yes, our faces. Definitely what you need. Right now I've got a Flyers T-shirt on. I've got my Winter Classic beaded necklace on and Flyers pajama pants. Yeah, so I'm handy right now. Quite a sight.
Quite a sight.
Jewel has on this rather interesting piece of negligee. I can't believe she wears that to bed. I see why Mike slapped a ring on it. I mean,
oh God,
sweet Jesus, my gracious, that's
thought
dirty,
you
Jewel.
Thought my mic cord was a piece of jewelry.
That's just a mic cord.
Right.
That's also sexy. Just wear the mic cord.
Right.
But again, seriously though, let's thank Jewel, because Jewel seriously was taking the night off. She said, "Yeah, it's a lot of sports. I'll back off for this one." We had a special guest co-host who's supposed to join us, Molly Dalton. She's a big Philly sports girl, and she does some sports podcasts around the city. Had some kind of last-minute emergency, so no Molly tonight. So if you're a friend of Molly's and you're listening in, thanks, welcome. We'll have her on some other time. Bring her back for
Stick around.
another episode.
But still, listen to the madness that occurs.
It is. Exactly, because it gets to be absolutely ridiculous. We're only 10 minutes in. It gets absolutely stupid. Trust me. Stupid in a good way. So Jewel, as always, is here. Because she's the best. She's the hostess with the mostest. Sister from another mister.
Tip of the cap to you as well, Mr. Perini.
Mr. Perini. All right, so let's thank our guest from last Monday. It was our very first Yo show, and we had a fantastic guest who called us from the road. Comedian Betsy Cox. Hilarious. Jewel, how was it?
She is the best. She is my new best friend, and I can't wait till November so we can try to meet her because she was hilarious and we had a great time.
That would be me. I would love to meet her. She seems like such a good time. Again, if you want to check out, because she's got new Instagram series and she does features on there, it's Blingin' Betsy, Blingin', Blingin' Betsy on Instagram and on Twitter. She's hilarious. I never thought I'd say this on the radio or anywhere, but I love cocks. I've been waiting like all week to do that.
Cocks?
I've been waiting till she was off the show and the episode already aired before I used that joke. So I kept that joke bottled up for 2 weeks.
I mean, seriously, how many actresses and people in Hollywood have the last name Cox, and they're all beautiful? Courtney Cox, Nikki Cox, Betsy Cox. Like, what the hell? If there's something with the Cox. What nationality is that?
Outside of my Cox, I don't find many of them very attractive. So I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
But I agree. Well, women love my Cox. But agreed. Yeah, I mean, it is true. Nikki Cox. And it's funny, there was an article the other day that, whatever happened to Nikki Cox? Kind of the way we did when we had Julia Tablak on. Whatever happened to Amber? Whatever happened to Nikki Cox? She vanished. Beautiful girl. Loved her.
Yeah. Julia Tablak is awesome. She's also my new best friend. And
yeah,
she's just a sweetheart.
We're going to invite her back on because she was great. And the thing I liked so much about that episode was she was on. She had so many, like, real people, just friends, family that were so amped that listened in. It was a huge show.
Yeah.
Tons of listens. And a lot of them were, like, her friends congratulated her and all that. It was another time. She doesn't act anymore. She's now into health and fitness and chiropractic and all that. But it's nice to know that other side of her. And she even said it was fun to go down memory lane, bring back that past. And a lot of friends of hers who may not have known or weren't really familiar with it are now familiar with it. Thanks to your good friends at the Yo Show / the Stoop Radio Network.
Ow, ow!
Bringing people together, Jewel Tatey.
That's what we do.
All right, so top 5 list. Jewel, I'm going to ask you a question real quick. Do you have a top 5 list?
No, I don't.
Say no. Okay, that's fine.
I'm just excited it's October 1st because I rose from the dead today, and I feel like Halloween is here finally.
Know, right? Oh, Halloween is coming. The big Halloween bash at the Perini House. This is Halloween Bash 4. It'll be coming up October 27th. Empty your calendars, folks.
Come see Jeff dressed like Gritty.
Yeah, Jeff will be dressed as Gritty. All 27,000 listeners. Make sure you show up at our front doorstep. My wife will love me for it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it's probably like the biggest listened episode ever? Like 300,000 people would come out of nowhere and listen. They'll all be at my door. It'd be great.
Oh, good Lord. I like Project X. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
It's awesome. It's a good flick.
Project X. It is a good
Check
flick.
it out.
I'm sure it is. Sometimes you have good taste. Speaking of taste, Tropicana is on the menu. Also Fireball. Though it's kind of a good thing that Molly did not show up tonight because one of the segments, she kept talking about Fireball and shots. I was actually going to challenge her to a shoot-off. She's not here, so we'll put Fireball aside. How about that?
I mean, I can help you out with Captain. This is a new bottle.
That's a new bottle? From the one you had last time? Jesus Christ. Folks, last time Jewel Tatey had a 40-gallon drum of Captain Morgan in her house, and she drank half it during the last episode. So tonight she brings out this new 40-gallon drum, and I'm like, oh, cute. She's almost at the bottom of that one. No, she killed that one and pretty much killed another one that's right down to the bottom.
Hey. Wasn't the only one on that bottle.
Yeah.
Fine.
Somebody's got a problem. He says as he drinks out of his Stanley Cup glass.
Oh man, I saw some interesting IPAs at this restaurant I went to this week. You would have been like drooling over them. They had some cool ones.
Where'd you go?
It was this place called the Lucky Well in Ambler, and
I love the Lucky Well.
Have you been there?
It's the barbecue place, right?
Yeah. It's
yeah,
so good.
Their food is awesome. The mac and cheese with the goldfish crumbles. Oh my
good
God.
Lord. I got the pulled pork with the
barbecue
chip on top. Wow. It was so good.
Good stuff. Ambler, PA. If you're one of our affiliate people, Ambler, PA, the Lucky Well. No, they're not paying us to talk about it. They should. God damn it.
Yeah.
They're not. But I'm telling you, it is so good. They do have a great beer list. I had the brisket last time I was there. Phenomenal brisket. And they have like a smaller portion, so it's priced right. I mean, you get plenty of food on the smaller portion, so it's not bad. And I got their mac and cheese, and what they do with the mac and cheese, they crumble goldfish on top, sprinkled on top of the mac and cheese. Phenomenal.
I'll get out. I probably wouldn't eat that. I don't like goldfish.
What?
That's why I buy them for my daughter.
Thank you for joining
so
us
I won't...
here tonight on the Yo Show.
No. That's why I buy them for her, so I won't be tempted to eat it. I have to get her snacks that I won't eat, or I'll eat them all.
Oh, okay, but that makes
Goldfish is
sense.
fun.
I eat goldfish a lot when I, back when I used to, get the munchies, I would eat goldfish. And it's the same thing. My ex-girlfriend at the time had a couple kids, so she would keep tons of goldfish in the house. And I would lawnmower through that shit. Like, me and my friend Michelle LaFleur, who's now Michelle Hall. If you're listening out there, Michelle, hello. Remember the good old days? We would eat lots of goldfish? The good old days, ladies and gentlemen. Right here on the Hey, I'm not, not out to embarrass anybody. Not talking politics and shit. We're talking having a grand old time.
I'm for you.
Thank you. Congratulations. All right, let me blow through the top 5 list real quick since I did create this top 5. Top 5 things I should never say on the Yo Show. Number 5, the munchie.
Number 2, everything else that comes out of my mouth.
Oh, God. Number 3, I love cocks.
Number 4, can I adopt you?
And number 5, the classic, would you like to come to my basement?
So creepy.
God, that was creepy as shit. I told you, when we were prepping to come back with the Yo Show, I went through the archives, listened to some old episodes, and I listened to that, and I'm like, I creeped myself out. Like, what am I? I'm like, hey, come down. You come down to my basement. And I'm like, oh, my God, who is this guy? Sadly, it was me. I invited Hollywood actress Jessica Barth to come down to my basement. Right.
She was flattered, I'm sure.
My ass will be appearing in court soon. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. Speaking of that reminds me of this new show that I'm so into. It's called, for being on Lifetime, you think, Lifetime, it's super corny. No, this new show, they curse. It's very funny. It's got a great storyline. The dude is great in it. I think he's from Gossip Girl or something. But it's called You, and it's like a thriller. So if you're looking for something kind of scary, not too scary to watch for Halloween tonight, check it out because it's really good.
So it's called Me?
It's called YOU.
Oh, you said You. So it's called Me.
It kind of reminds me of a Dexter because the dude's stalking her whole life. But
it's funny you said Gossip Girl because my wife is actually watching that now. That's her latest binge.
Really? It's the black-haired dude. He's the Dexter type. Penn
Okay,
Badger.
I guess I know who it is. I basically just walk by the TV when Blake Lively is on, then I stop. And once she's off, I walk away. And then Michelle Trachtenberg comes on, so I come back and watch again. And then when she's off,
really
I leave. I am, I talk a lot on this show, but Michelle Trachtenberg, yeah, that's where it's at. I tried to get her on the show.
Harriet the Spy.
I know. You remember as a little kid, and I see her all not little kiddish anymore. She's a cutie. We tried a couple times to get her on the show, and we never got a response. So if you're out there listening, Michelle Trachtenberg and her people, the Yo Show is where it's at. All right, I'm going to try this top 5 thing again. It's now 20 after 8. Never did a top 5 before or after the guest. Actually, one time, who do we have calling it right at 8 o'clock on the dot? Somebody nailed us right as we started the show one time. Oh, I can't remember who it was, but they got us right as the music ended. They were on oh.
Was that Cherish Lee?
You might be right. I'll have to go to the archives. You might be right.
Definitely was a woman.
No, it's because men are never on time for anything. So, yeah, man's going to be on time. Yeah. Although,
right.
Although Mark is different. We should expect Mark right at 8:30 on the dot, if not a minute or two earlier. He's a different kind of guy. I don't know. Top 5, folks. Top 5 Philadelphia athletes right now. Not of all time, but right now. Top 5 guys that I love playing in my town right now. It's a pretty easy list, pretty easy to predict. We'll start off at number 5. It's a tie at number 5. There's got to be a tie because these two guys are great and are inseparable for me now. It's Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid from the 76ers. I love these guys. It's a whole new age of Philadelphia basketball. They have put us back on the map. And they're two awesome players. I love them. Embiid and Ben Simmons. That's number 5. Number 4, a little bit of a shocker here. Ivan Provorov from the Philadelphia Flyers. Not because they're doing a hockey show. But I love this good young defenseman. He's like the kind of the throwback days of the Paul Coffeys and stuff like that. Guys can carry the puck, move the puck around, shoot, but also play some steady defense. Ivan Provorov, number 4. Number 3 is the captain, Claude Giroux. I don't care what anybody says. I still love Claude Giroux. And last year he had a great season. I know we went belly up in the first round of the playoffs, but still love Claude. He's our captain. He's my captain. And I like to say Claude in my horrible Canadian accent. So Claude Giroux, number 3. Number 2, a guy who deserved better results this year, Aaron Nola of the Phillies, one of the very best pitchers in baseball. A guy I just wish his team was better and did better down the stretch. Another team that flopped, and we're not going to talk about that now. We're not going to give him any more air time until next season because they let us down so bad. But Aaron Nola is number 2, and I hope to God that he wins the Cy Young Award. He deserves a great year. Number 1, Mr. Carson Wentz. That's almost too easy. He's the face of Philly right now. Jewel, I saw so many schmucks and heard so many schmucks on radio today say, we got to go back to playing Nick Foles. People. What Nick Foles did will never, ever happen again. He caught lightning in a bottle, got you through the playoffs, and got you to the Super Bowl, which you won. It's never happening again. Carson Wentz is the man, one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And if it wasn't for that leg injury, probably would be the very best guy right now in the NFL. My number 1 Philly sports guy. I mean, do you agree? I know, like I said, you don't follow close enough, but would you say Carson's your favorite guy in town?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I don't know. Do you think he's 99%? Do you think he's 80%? What do you think he is right now?
It's hard to say. I would like to say he's at 100%. If he got cleared by doctors, it should mean he's 100%. I listen a lot to, when I'm in the car, I listen to WIP Sports, and I really like former Eagle John Ritchie. He's on the 10 to 2 show, played for the Eagles as a fullback. And he said, that injury, you're never, ever the same again. Like, you're never the way you were. It's always in your head. You always feel some soreness. It's never going to be the same. So I'd like to say he's as close to 100% as he can be, but he's never going to be perfectly full. And some of the nag today was that he wasn't quite as fast as he used to be. A linebacker caught up to him on one scramble and such like that. So, all you can do is hope that he plays through and has a long career. Because you'd hate to see his career go belly up over an unfortunate injury. Like I said, I mean, he looks good to me. He looks like he's got his game legs back. He's running decent.
I mean, he's super young, so he can, kind of bounce back, have that. It sucks getting hurt, though. Like, I don't know. I hurt my arm playing, like, high school ball, and, it is. And you always think about it, and you don't want to, like, overdo it at any time because you feel like it could happen again. You know what I mean? Like, it's always in the back of your mind, so it's tough.
Agreed. I absolutely agree, and it's got to be in the back of his mind. And, that was one of the things I was saying. He's young, and he's a very freakish kind of athlete as far as recovery and threshold of pain. At least he seems to be. And everybody compares it to a similar injury that the Houston Texans quarterback had, Deshaun Watson. But Watson only had one ligament where, went to ACL, MCL. That's where the problem is. And, while it'll heal, some former players will say it'll never quite be the same again. While we're on the subject, the Eagles did end up with a toughie, and it pissed me off. A really, really tough loss yesterday to the Tennessee Titans in overtime. Jewel, did you catch the game? Did you see this horrendous ending?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was, ugh.
Yeah, it was sickening.
It was
Sickening
tough
is
to
the
watch.
word. And the problem is, again, I'll carry the stats. We'll talk about it. I'll carry the stats. Coming into this game, Titans quarterback Marcus Mariota had a total in 2 games of 200 passing yards. Total. No touchdowns. Yesterday, 344 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you the secondary in this team is in trouble, and everybody's ripping on Jalen Mills. I agree. Jalen Mills got to put his ass on the bench. The secondary is getting ripped apart, and they looked so bad yesterday. Jewel, 3 times in overtime, Tennessee went for it on 4th down and got the first down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
a 4th and 15. That is unheard of.
It's pretty bad, man.
It's sickening. And you could have all the Carson Wentz you want and all the healthy knee you want, and everybody was jumping through hoops because Alshon Jeffrey was back, and he played a great game. Alshon looked great. But if you can't stop anybody on defense, they had a 17-3 lead midway through the 3rd quarter. Looked like it was over.
Yeah.
They let him walk in. It's like letting somebody walk in your house and kick your cat. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
That's what it
and
felt
there was
like.
always people wide open too. I felt like, especially in overtime, they were just wide open.
Not only that, but I mean, if you watch the whole game, they dropped so many passes. They should have destroyed us.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped a lot of passes. And some people say Super Bowl hangover. I think number 1 thing of Super Bowl hangover. You're too used to being the champs. Number 2 is there's nobody playing with any fire. They've got no fire.
Well, I think Carson had that his first game, and he was super amped up. I feel like he just has to get his rhythm,
Oh, I got no problem with Carson and what he does. The play calling is a little suspect. I think Peterson's a little too proud of himself. Play calling wasn't great. They abandoned the run. They ran the ball, 20 times to 50 passes? That's not getting it done. So, and everybody says, bring in Le'Veon Bell. Why? So he doesn't run the ball? That makes sense. Go out and get a multi-million-dollar running back if you're not going to run the football.
Yeah. When Jai was back, how did he do? I heard him, he did pretty well in the first half.
He did okay. He had some nice carries, a couple nice carries in overtime. He carried the ball a total of 15 times. That's not enough. This guy is on the verge of being like an all-pro type running back. Gets hurt a lot though, but he played through it like a back. He's got this bad back injury. He's got a broken bone in his back, but it says not one that can affect his vertebrae, so he can play. God bless him. I sneezed too hard. I'm off the air for hours. I'm done. Yeah. I have
pinch
broken
nerve.
back. Yeah. Get out there, sissy.
Ow.
Yeah. That's you. Oh my God, I'm done. Call my boss. I can't go to work today.
I don't know how they do it. I was watching Real Sports with the college ball, and what's the guy, the conditioning coaches? Do you know conditioning coaches don't have to go through their training? They're supposed to have this 13-hour training, but 30 college players have died in the past 10 years from overexertion. Isn't that freaking nuts?
That's
that
crazy.
Makes me so afraid. I'm just a huge worrier, and they're just having kids die and doing nothing about it. I couldn't believe it, but I don't know. My nephew used to play, or last year he was on the Chamonix football team. This kid used to come home and throw up every day. I'm I don't know if this is normal.
Oh my God, really?
He used to run these kids a lot.
That's the thing. My father, used to come down real hard on us when I was in high school, and I used to wrestle because they would make you lose insane amount of weight in mere minutes,
Yeah.
And, he's like, this can't be healthy. This can't be right. This can't be normal. And it probably wasn't. Speaking of sports and college sports and high school sports and all that good stuff, let's get to some real sports. Let's get to some hockey. Let's get to our NHL preview with the man we waited all night for, our very special guest from Broadcast Bullies and the Burlington County Times, Mark Zimmaro. Mark, welcome to the Yo Show.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on the Yo Show. What a great name.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Mark, we're here with Jewel tonight. Molly could not make it, had a last-minute change. So Jewel's here. Jewel's not a big hockey girl, so me and you will do a lot of the chit-chat, which I know is a killer to you. I know you hate talking hockey.
Oh, yeah, it's the worst thing in the world. It's okay. I've been listening to the show, so I knew I was getting Jewel. So, Jewel, you don't have to worry because I talk to my girlfriend about hockey all the time, and she just kind of hums me all, and it's like talking to a wall. So this will be definitely better than that.
Yes. Don't